I know y'all know this, but I'm just going to say it anyway, okay? Is that you got a lot more concessions than just price, right? A lot more concessions. I have often been surprised at the kind of concessions that a client wants. And so don't assume that the thing that they want is actually the price, okay? I've often found that clients will prefer things on services and other things more than just the price, okay? So what you're really kind of looking for is something that's of high value to them and of low cost to you, okay? All right, so here's the vignette. So I'm talking to Gary. Hey, Gary, does it make sense for me to see if we can do something special for you, if we can get everything wrapped up by the end of the quarter, okay? Gary says, oh, I don't think so. Our CEO's out until after the holidays. I wouldn't be able to do anything until he's back. Oh, good to know, right? Good to know, margin preserved. Okay, let's do another one. Hey, Gary, does it make sense for me to see if we can do something special for you, if we can get everything wrapped up by the end of the quarter? Gary's like, well, what are you thinking? Okay, well, and I'm saying, well, I don't know what my options are without talking to our CEO, but if we can actually do something this quarter, he said he'd be willing to work with clients. Gary, if the offer's good enough, we're ready to do something. Why don't you go find out what he's thinking? So he just threw me the ball, right? So what do I say? Well, I say, well, I don't know what my options are without talking to our CEO, but just to speed the process up a bit, is there any part of the proposal that you get more value out of than another? Okay, I'll see if that's a place we can play in. What does Gary say? Gary says, there is. Actually, Allison's concerned that some of our folks are going to need more training than usual. So anything you can do in that area is going to make me a hero with her. Okay? And then from my perspective, it'd be great if you could do something with the maintenance. Either lowering it or starting it later would be great. So that's it, maintenance and training. See what he can do. Okay? Now this is a real story, by the way. This is a real dialogue that I had with an executive. Okay? So do you see how it works? Do you see how it works, right? First of all, we can make this deal happen. He said the timing is right. We can make this deal happen. Second, my client now has shared with me the most valuable areas of concessions, and surprisingly, it wasn't the price at all. It was something else, okay? Now, let me share with you how not to do this, okay? Let me show you how not to do this. So I'm working with one of my sales guys. This is about 16 years ago, okay? And one of my new reps comes to me. He's got a deal he wants to close by the end of the quarter, okay? And the client's been through the whole sales process. They've got a proposal. And so what my rep wants to do is he wants to offer him a discount to get him to close by the end of the quarter. You guys recognize the drill? Yeah, okay. So I told him to use the something special variation of the perfect close. In fact, I had him write it down, okay? I had him write it down, okay? I said, just ask him this. Just ask him, does it make sense for us to see if we can get, do something special for you, if we can get everything wrapped up by the end of the quarter, okay? My rep says, well, what if he says yes? What's the something special? I said, well, there's a lot of things. Let's just see if the timing works first, and then we'll figure out what the right concession is later. And he goes, well, what kinds of things are possible? I said, well, there's a lot of things, right? We could play with the terms, we could play with the deposit, we could change the licensing scope.